I don't know if this is going through. I can't see anything. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to do this. I'm still learning how to do this. You know, I can't see anything. I'm just looking at the back of my camera now. And I don't know. Maybe I can turn it around. Let me see. Oh, here it goes. Okay. Yeah, you're just looking at my computer screen. I don't have a way, as far as I know, to switch it so I can see myself and see. I can't see any comments either. So, sorry I'm late. My husband Dean had one of his spells, and I needed to set him up with the Young Living essential oil diffuser. By the way, I'm my Department of Empowerment is a distributor now of Young Living oils, which are the finest essential oils you can get. And I'll put a link in the comments. So if you want to become a distributor yourself, I can help you do that. And they have really great deals, and it's the best oil you can get. But anyway, I'm here to talk about my husband, Prince. Just put my husband Dean to bed, but we're here to talk about Prince, aren't we? Because that's what I said I would talk about. And I'm sure all of you are wondering, how is it that you can be married to so many? I mean, if you're married to Prince, how can you be married to Dean? I know, that is probably the question all of you have, or at least most of you, because some of you have heard me talking for a while now and know a little bit about the answer, but let me review. Because I was born into a lot of money, the CIA, from the time I was a child, married me to many, many men. Well, I shouldn't really say men, because one of them was an underage child named Tom Cruise. I was only 9 when I married Tom Cruise, but they were all relatives of mine. So male relatives is who they married me to again and again. And why did they do this? They did this because they wanted to get their hands on what is my money. And you know, I don't think they really care about my money if it wasn't so much money. It's an astronomical amount of money. It's not just what is in the Prince estate. It's so much more. It's more than this country has. Okay, this is why the CIA is so convinced that this money was intended for the government, not me, because it is more money than any one person has in the world today. It makes me the richest person in the world. And yeah, I'm a woman. Okay. And the CIA says, well, women have no rights on Earth. You know, they operate according to old world laws that state that men have all the rights and all the power, and women don't have any rights or any power, that women are slaves, that women are cattle, that they buy and sell on a secret internet, the black market or whatever. I mean, this is what is going on, and most women don't know that, do you? The CIA is everywhere, and men are the only ones who have the power in the CIA, and they sell women, and men buy women and then they marry them. And why do they marry them? I mean, I'm sure they sometimes love the women that they marry. I don't claim they don't, but the reason they marry the women that they purchase is because they have money, and usually they're related to me if there's money. And my money is being distributed along a very vast network of women. It's women who inherit this money. Okay, if they're related to me, it's my money. Okay, I'm the original, the mother, as they call my account, which is a securities account at J.P. Morgan in Los Angeles. They call my account the mother account. Well, I was one of the people who started calling it that. Hold on, I have to close this door. Okay, thank you. My husband just got up and closed the door for me. Okay, so I know women don't know this, and they think men fall in love with them and marry them, and yes, and they do. I mean, men do fall in love, but they also buy their women, especially if they're powerful men or connected men or any kind of successful man. They're in that network, which is the CIA network, and they get hooked up. And usually it's my genetic sons who are married to my genetic daughters, and my genetic daughters cannot conceive children, so they implant my genetic daughters with my genetic daughters. So that means that both my daughters and my sons get together, and they have more of my daughters and sons. I know, it's really sick. I mean, according to the way we're raised in our society, and you know, in Vega, which is where this kind of interbreeding comes from, it's the most normal thing in the world. I mean, you know, can you imagine a world where no women get pregnant naturally? They don't have to worry about that, and when they're ready to have a baby, they get implanted with my babies. That's what happens, and I know that sounds really odd, and why me? I am from a very special genetic heritage. Many royal lineages are in my DNA. The reason why I have so many royal lineages that are mine, that I own actually, is because I have so many genetic fathers. I have one genetic mother, which is my grandma, Margaret Illig Flanagan. She died. She was murdered in 1982. And I don't know how many genetic fathers. But anyway, I'm diverting, aren't I? I'm supposed to speak about Prince, but Prince wants me to explain all of this to you so you understand what we're talking about. Prince is not from Earth. I know. He grew up in Minnesota. He has a sister named Taika. Taika and her siblings are thinking that they're going to inherit his estate. But Taika always knew that the prince was not from here. A lot of people from Vega are placed in families here on Earth, and they grow up here. You know, if they'd never, you know, people from Vega would never come down here they would be traumatized. They would die of horror living here, and they have. Many people have committed suicide. I mean, and you know, suicide is a viable option. You know, Vega understands how difficult life on Earth is, and you know, suicide is not a big deal there in Vega. And you know, Prince committed suicide. I know that's not the story. I know everybody thinks that he died by accident. It is public knowledge that he caused his own death, but to protect his reputation or whatever, people have claimed that it was an accidental overdose of the drug he took in excess that killed him. But it wasn't an accident. He planned on dying for me. We co-wrote a song together called I Would Die For You. I'm sure all you Prince fans know that song well. And he, Prince wrote the lyrics, and most of them. I contributed a word or two here and there. I always did. And I wrote the music, and sometimes, Prince would contribute a note or two of music, sometimes more than a note. I mean, obviously, I have to listen to the song. Sometimes he contributed more than other songs. I'm a very, you can tell my melody anywhere. I have different styles that I write for, of course. I've written for so many artists who take credit for my work. But you can tell my melody, the beat and the grind that that's Prince. But and the bass line, the drum line, the beat, that's Prince, and the lyrics. He's most of the lyrics usually. Some there have been songs that I've written 99% of, but on the whole, he's the lyrics guy, which I supplement the lyrics a little bit, and I'm the music girl, and he supplements the music sometimes. But let me tell you about Prince. Prince is not who he seems. He's not. And that's what he wanted to create. He wanted to create a mystery for all of you. A mystery that cannot be solved until I give you the key, until I reveal it. And he wants me to tell you that yes, he's not really Prince. We created Prince together. Yes, he was a real person who lived on Earth, but it's hard to know how to say this, but all the people you meet all throughout your life, some of them have other identities. And I'm not talking about disguises. Yes, if we talk about the CIA, okay, there are spies in the CIA, right? And they have many disguises, and, that's what makes a spy, right? But I'm not talking about a mere disguise that, you put on your face and, to make you look different. I'm talking about going into another body. I know that's nothing that we think is possible here on Earth, We're born, we live our lives, we die. But it is possible, if you have the technology, to go into it's like this physical apparatus. It resembles a tanning bed. You lay inside it, they close it, and then they do something on the computer, and then you're put in another body. It's really remarkable. It's the most amazing thing. Especially if you're a child. They did this for me when I was a child, and I was a little 8-year-old girl walking around in adult bodies all the time. I was so many different people. And I loved it. It was so wonderful to be an adult and not be a child. I felt like an adult in a child's body, really, because of all that I went through. But anyway, Prince, we call these bodies that, like the bodies I lived in, they were my alternate personas. And Prince was an alternate persona. He was not what he seemed, and he really tried very hard to nurture a mystery, because that's what he is, a mystery, and he isn't who he seems. His true identity is someone named Ross. So when I talk about Prince, I'm really talking about Ross. And Ross is Prince. And Prince, when he died, went right back to Vega. He didn't. He's still alive in Vega. He's watching this right now. He wanted me to do this live stream on YouTube and Twitter, and I'll be posting it to Facebook because Facebook doesn't work with my phone, which I bought in June of 2015. But anyway, so Prince is a persona, and and let's just say he's the face of. This is what he wants me to tell you. I'm a psychic medium, by the way. So, he and I, Prince and I, communicate all the time. Okay, and it's hard for me to know how to say this. I mean, there's a part of me that's really upset that he died on me, and is like making me do this, making me tell the world this bogus. I mean, it sounds bogus to people on Earth. Okay, it's real, true, bona fide information. It's the truth, but because the CIA controls all our information on Earth, it sounds like I'm just making it up, or I'm crazy, or I'm lying. And I'm none of those things. I'm telling you the truth that he wants me to tell you. And let's just say that Prince was created to put a face on something we call the Holy Spirit. Prince is the Holy Spirit. I know. Yeah, he was so sexed up, but he's the Holy Spirit that operates through me, that talks to me all the time. I don't hear the voice of the Holy Spirit. I intuit it. It's the voice inside my mind. It's not a voice. I don't hear voices. Just like I don't see things either, but I can, in my mind's eye, I do see things. This is called psychic ability, and people who do not have psychic ability do not understand psychic ability. I mean, I know there are so-called psychics who might have visions, physical visions in front of their eyes. There might be some psychics who actually hear the voices of the people that communicate with them, whether they be in the spirit world or wherever. I don't hear those voices. I'm not that kind of psychic, and I'm glad I'm not, so that there's no confusion over my mental health. I don't hear voices. I don't see things. I don't have hallucinations. And I'm also not that kind of psychic that hears the voices of the spirits that talk to her, that talk to me, whatever. And I'm not the kind of psychic that sees spirits in front of me as ghosts or anything like that. I've never seen a ghost. But spirits talk to me all the time. And spirits always have a home. I just want you to know there are no such thing as homeless spirits. Ghosts. I mean, yeah, ghosts are real, but they have a home. They have a body. They're just, their body is just not down here anymore. And there are people, when they die, they're put in rooms because they're not ready to let go of Earth. They're put in rooms where there are kind of like a computer game, it's like a computer game or something they go inside of, kind of like in the arcade, it's really a lot like that. And there's like a place where you can put it up to your face, and it's just like in the arcade or something like that. And they go down to Earth in this. It's not the apparatus. The apparatus doesn't move. It's a computer. It's computerized, and they go down to Earth. They know they're doing something like that, and they experience Earth, even though I guess they've figured out that they're dead, and this is the way they can visit the people they love, and or people they want to haunt, and they do it for